Hi campers, I'm Miss Ellen and this is Ben, who's with us today to tell us about the 10 essentials, the 10 things you should always have with you when you go on a hike in the outdoors. The 10 essentials started with the Seattle Mountaineers in the 1930s as the 10 items you should always bring with you. Today, we like to think of them as the 10 systems to be prepared in case you need them. The way I like to remember them is food, water, fire, fix it, first aid, insulation, illumination, sun, shelter, and navigation. So Ben's going to start us out with the first three: food, water, fire.
All right, first off, we have food. You should always carry more calories than you think you'll need. If you're out on a day hike, that may just be an extra energy bar or two. If you're out for a multi-day hike, think about packing an extra dehydrated meal or two. Just make sure that you're ready in case you're out for longer than you expect. Next thing up is going to be water. This includes not only the water that you carry with you, but water purification tablets or a water filter if you have one available. Next up is going to be fire. I usually carry both a small lighter here and matches in a waterproof container, along with some dryer lint or cotton balls, typically soaked in Vaseline or petroleum jelly just to make them more flammable. That will help you light a fire in all weather, even if it's raining out.
All right, next we have the fix it category. This includes a knife, multi-purpose tool, and repair kit. A knife is essential in the backcountry and it's versatile. It can be used for many tasks. Next up is the first aid kit. They come in lots of sizes and shapes. The first aid kit is kind of special. It's set apart in that you need not only the kit as the gear, you also need the knowledge of how to use it. So check out our blog for a link to Wilderness First classes offered by the National Outdoor Leadership School and a video made by one of our very own campers. So far we've got food, water, fire, fix it, and first aid. So next Ben is going to tell us about insulation, illumination, and sun.
All right, you always want extra clothing with you, a couple extra layers just in case you have sudden weather changes. Typically that'll look like a lightweight raincoat or an extra fleece. After that we'll have illumination, so that's going to look like a headlamp. Flashlight will work if you don't have a headlamp, but headlamps are far superior. Extra batteries always need to be packed with you. Make sure that they're the right variety for whatever illumination source that you have. Keep them organized and keep them in a waterproof location. After that, you'll want to have a hat, sunscreen, and typically sunglasses as well, just to protect you from that sun. After sun comes shelter. That may be an emergency blanket, such as this, if you're going on a small day hike and you're not expecting to be out long. Or if you're going on a long hike, you should already have a tent or a hammock packed with you. The next system that we have is navigation. For me, that'll usually mean a map and a compass. Make sure that you have a topographical map of the correct location for where you're going, and make sure you have a compass that is working. You can also use a GPS if you have one available, but just like with the first aid equipment, make sure that you know how to use it before you take it out.
All right, thank you, Ben. Make sure you check out the video on our blog about the use of the map and compass. So there you have it. Those are our 10 essentials. It looks like a lot, but they're fairly easy to gather and to keep in a day pack ready for your next hike. The thing is, if you need them, you need them. They're small, they're lightweight, and they're easy to carry. What's sometimes known as the 11th essential, along with the gear you carry with you, the other thing that you need to do is leave an itinerary of where you're going and when you plan to return. So you leave that with someone at home, you leave one in your vehicle, and you keep one on your person. I'd like to mention a few other items that I like to have handy and I always ask youth and adults to bring with them when we go into the backcountry. One is duct tape. Yes, we'll talk about that a bit more in our series. Some type of bug repellent and even a mosquito head net, a bandana, a pencil, and a small notebook. That's really helpful to keep notes and journal during your trip, and some paracord. So that's it for today. Remember, be prepared and be safe and enjoy the rest of survival camp.